Alright, this is my Kinetic Typography project, and I decided to do the song Brand New Key by Melanie, sorry. What I wanted to learn with this, I wanted to learn a little bit about Adobe After Effects and some of the typography and sort of how to put things into a composition that makes sense and is visually pleasing. I also kind of do want to learn about how to edit in Adobe After Effects. That was one of my main goals, was just to understand how that program worked. Different technology that I ended up using was, of course, the Adobe After Effects CS5 program, and I also had a whole bunch of YouTube videos that I used, as well as the Adobe site that helped me with a few of my more specific questions. As far as my project plan, I did not stick to my schedule very well. It took a lot longer than I was expecting. It took me a lot longer to understand Adobe and to understand the commands and the controls and just how to make everything work together. I didn't have great time management. It took me probably about the first 2 weeks to actually come up with an idea, which is also my next point. I had too many ideas and I didn't know which one to do. Also, with those ideas, I was too ambitious, and so I was trying to do 3-minute long things when, if you have no experience, you really need to start off with something basic, which I failed to do at the beginning, which is why it was so hard for me to stay on track. My end project, I feel like it's not that great, kind of choppy and disjointed, and some of the effects don't really flow into each other very well. Sometimes you get caught by one effect and then you don't see the other words that come into play with it, which isn't the goal. You want to be able to see everything and kind of comprehend everything, and so I would definitely need to work on that a little bit. Overview of the entire project. After Effects is really, really hard to use. I did not anticipate that it would take me a week and a half, 2 weeks to even just learn how to use the program so that I wasn't continually frustrated every time I opened it and tried to do anything. I definitely need more time to work with it before I can say that I have mastered the After Effects program, although that is one of my goals for the future. I still need a better understanding of After Effects in itself, and also kinetic typography and what fits with what style of music, as well as what fonts to use and the type of backgrounds and other things going on, along with the words, and also better ideas than a whole bunch at once and then having to narrow that down to what would be the easiest for the short amount of time I have left. What I learned in this project, it is really, really easy to get frustrated when working with After Effects, but you can't get frustrated and continue to work well, at least in my case. I definitely need to have one idea when I start out. I can't have 12 ideas and then try and narrow it down, because by the time I do that, I've already wasted a couple weeks trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. And I need to stay on track with my project plan, because I'm good at planning things out, I'm just not good at following through and executing the same things that I lay out. So this is the beginning of my project. Basically, I was trying to make clouds, so I was animating all of these black ellipses to make it look like a cloud bank. That took quite a while, because this was one of the first things I tried to do in After Effects, so it was rather difficult to understand keyframes and how to get it to do exactly what I wanted when I wanted it to do that, and also how to keep everything organized and still know what I was dealing with. This is when I was putting all of the words where they were supposed to go, getting all of the words in there, kind of formatting and making sure they lined up with where they were supposed to go with the music, which is actually really hard because, at least what I understood in After Effects, you can't just play the audio along with what you're working with. You have to actually render it and then wait for the audio to come with it. Of course, I could be really wrong. I still don't have a very good understanding of After Effects, but that's kind of what I understood from it. Here, this is one of the sections of my project. Here I am animating the words and trying to get them to do what I want. So here I'm doing horizontal and vertical rotations, also positioning words and changing that around quite a bit. So, yep, that's kind of what I have for my project. And I think that's about all that I have. I'm Elise Nelson, and this has been my Kinetic Typography video. Thanks for watching!